Hi everyone, it's Sunday, October 20th. This is Liam McMahon with the Weekend Moving Average video. Happy Sunday, everyone. We're about right now 4 hours before the market opened. Going to run through the setups that I see for this week, of which there are several. Take a quick look at what we saw at the end of last week with that dollar sell-off and where we may be going from here. So, please take a moment to look over the risk disclaimer. Alright, it should now be on your screen. Get started. Alright, so we're going to start with gold. We don't trade gold, but many of our members do, and so I thought I'd give you a setup for it because it's actually a very attractive one. And also, gold has impacts on the dollar and then the Australian dollar as well, so it's always worth keeping one eye on gold. It can explain a lot of dramatic dollar moves. So what we have here is a very nice wedge breakout. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 tests of a trend line before a very clear, strong bullish candle break and close above that trend line. On Friday, this is the daily chart. On Friday, the 50 EMA capped. All right, see, we pushed above it before falling back. To me, it does not make a difference. So long as we remain above this trend line, it's basically above 1300. Price is very much bullish for at least, I would say, a run up towards. 1354 to start, that's the 100-day EMA, but I would really think 1400 is within reach. So that's definitely something you should keep your eye on. If we get back below 1300, forget it, especially if we get a daily close below there. Brief dip below wouldn't bother me. But for the most part, we should hold 1300 and march higher here this week. So keep your eye on gold. Let's go to E-minis. All right, another instrument that we don't trade straight up but has significant impacts on the forex market. This is the weekly chart of E-mini futures. It is a rising wedge. This is about, though, the third or fourth iteration of the rising wedge that I've had to draw. Okay, we've threatened to break down out of this pattern a couple times, and then we rallied. This candle here is a great example. All right, this one back here. So there have been lots of opportunities for this instrument to break down. We just sort of haven't managed to yet. But as long as we remain kind of wedging, you got to keep your eye on it. So the next major resistance level is about 1750, 1755. It's the top of that wedge. So keep your eye out on that. We are very close to resistance, and we are, of course, at record highs. So these are all things that you should be sort of keeping an eye on when we're dealing with E-minis. Oh my God, what's going on? Hold on, sorry about that. Nasdaq, another one. All right, let's go out to the weekly chart. A couple things here on Nasdaq. We're nearing this 100% extension. All right, from here to here and up. All right, and also the top of a megaphone, which expanding patterns are my least favorite, but we do have some trendline resistance up here. That should be paid attention to as well. All right, so 2 of the 3 major indices are at their record highs and are at some resistance. So that's something that you should definitely be keeping an eye on. The Dow, all right, not at a record high, not at resistance, kind of just fluffing around here. So that one least tradable, but keep your eye on those indices. If we start to see some risk off, we'll start to see these currency pairs pull back. All right, so now let's go to the currency pairs. The euro, all right, 137. This is, all right, so here's what I was looking for. I've been looking for this forever on euro. You can go back and find the videos. I was looking for this 50% fib. I was looking for a move higher off this 50% fib. The measured move from that 50% fib, all right, 100% Fibonacci extension, which is basically the AB equals CD that you hear a lot. Okay, that's up here at 138. Would not be surprised to see euro dollar march to 138. That would be the level. But in terms of other technical analysis, all right, we're nearing this double top. Moving averages, all right, we're starting to put some significant distance between the 50, 100, 200-day EMA. Is always something to note. This pair for a long time was kept in a pretty good range, close to those EMAs. You can see we bounced nicely off this 200. So keep your eye on that. That were a little bit maybe overextended. We may see a pullback here to start the week, but in general, 138 would not surprise me in the slightest. Let's go to Aussie. Aussie, again, pushing higher. Let's kick out a little bit and show you the weekly chart. All right, weekly chart starting to come into the 250-week EMAs. The weekly chart EMAs are bearish. We have a 50 crossover below the 100. All right, and now we're really threatening a 5200 crossover. We may have actually 97.23. No, we're not quite there yet. But if the price pushes higher, we'll avoid it. But this is a major resistance area here. All right, if we go to the daily chart, all right. Daily chart, we're not that far away from the we just broke above the 200-day as well, so keep your eye on that. If we draw the fibs, 50% fib of the major move from 105.87 down to 88.47 is at 97.13. We are very close to that. All right, so watch that major 50% fib, and remember that we have some weekly moving average stuff there as well. Makes me want to look at Euro Aussie. I just talked about how the Euro looks bullish and the Aussie could be, it doesn't look bearish, but it's approaching resistance. Something that makes me kind of think that maybe we may not see those two play out exactly as we expect is Euro Aussie looks poised for a significant breakdown. I've been talking, it was a chart of the day. We're about 250 pips lower from when that chart of the day came out, saying that we were going to see a breakdown in Euro Aussie. It has played out. I do expect it to continue down to about 136. All right, if we zoom out, I'll show you the broader setup. Double top right here. All right, left shoulder, right shoulder, neckline break. All right, since we broke that neckline, if you go down to the 4-hour chart, okay, we've been consolidating nicely here for a little bit, and now we look like we're trying to start a breakdown. So from that breakdown, like I said, I think 136 is reasonable. That's the 200-day EMA. So that's going to come from either Aussie strength or Euro weakness. So all three of those charts are something you should absolutely keep an eye on. Last but not least, we're going to look at dollar yen because it's attractive here. Not here precisely, but it's a very nice setup. If we get a move down to 97, buy it. If we get a break of 100, buy it heavily. All right, bullish dollar yen here. I'm bullish the Nikkei. We need to clear 15,000 on the Nikkei. We get above there, the Nikkei is going to fly, yen pairs are going to fly. So watch dollar yen. All right, watch Aussie yen to continue its march higher, and then watch Euro yen to also finally break out here above this kind of consolidation that we've been in. So keep your eye on that. All right, so generally yen pairs look good. Gold looks very good. Equities are at resistance, so we're going to see a little bit of divergence here to start the week, I think. All right, so keep your eye on these setups, and good luck. And as always, you can find me in the chat room, and I'll talk to you soon. So enjoy what's left of your Sunday, and we'll talk to you, in a few hours.